Now at 4, it may soon be redemption time for one Indiana high school football team as we kick off another season of Operation Football. The crosstown rival we're highlighting today.
And are you ready for a cool down? Well, get ready. Some cooler air and drier air is moving our way. I'm going to let you know when it arrives and how much cooler we'll go.
And connect, collaborate, and conquer. The sport being used to connect Hoosier communities. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
A fun fact that no one asked for, this was part of my competition cheerleading routine in high school, right?
I could see that.
Not as cool as Operation Football.
It feels like fall. Football is back in the Hoosier State. It feels fantastic. Where could I be? I think you kind of gave it away. This is a well. So where are we? And why is it so quiet? We're at Martinsville High School this morning. And these guys are fired up to be here. Operation Football.
Yes, because
yes.
quiet we don't do.
No.
Operation Football is back, everybody, and tonight's matchup between Lawrence North and Lawrence Central is kicking off week 1. The celebration began during sunrise, and we are keeping the party going all day long.
That's right, all the way through highlights here on 13 News tonight at 11. Looking ahead, Eli and Dom have so much in store this year for Operation Football. They are so excited, and it all starts with covering 10 games tonight, and they're all throughout Central Indiana.
So week 1, as we told you, of the high school football season, and here are the guys taking us through what they have planned for tonight.
This morning went off without a hitch. Operation Football back better than ever. Martinsville back-to-back Spirit Award champs. We'll see, but we have 10 games for you live tonight, 11 o'clock. Operation Football is here, week 1.
It's a new slate for everybody. Everyone loves football. The camp previews, done. Throw them out the window. Keep the prep, though, because now it's for real. We got 10 games, as you mentioned, coming your way this evening. I'm heading out to Fishers, where they take on Carmel. HSE takes on Carroll. And then Westfield, the defending 6A state runner-up, taking on Homestead. Looking forward to it. I love football. You love football. Hopefully you love football, because that's what we're bringing you throughout the rest of the night.
This is the energy. This is the energy that I need you to have. Fort Wayne flavor coming down to Indy tonight. Our game of the week, Lawrence North, Lawrence Central, a rivalry unlike any other. What a way to kick off Indiana high school football. And then Center Grove, Warren Central. What a B slate there after the game of the week. All right, 10 games tonight. Be sure to tune in. 5 and 6 will be live. We're heading out to Lawrence right now.
That's right.
Then 11 o'clock tonight, 10 games. Eli and I got you covered. Operation Football is back.
And we are so excited.
Yes, so Hamilton County, though, has been the center of attention this summer with major sporting events like Live Golf Indianapolis, which drew tens of thousands to Westfield.
Yeah, and the events keep it coming. This Saturday, the growing sport of cricket will bring teams from all across the country, and they're going to be competing at Grand Park. Brandon Schaff joins us live in studio tonight to explain how this is helping build a whole new community in Hamilton County, and they're doing it through sport. Brandon?
Yeah, that's right, Anne-Marie. Felicia, cricket is a really popular sport around the world, but it's also growing right here in America too. And this group is at the forefront of that. It's Cirque Indy, and they are, or Crick Indy, excuse me, and this is a organization that aims to create corporate collaboration through the sport of cricket. Well, their ultimate goal is to bring a pro team here to Indiana, and for now, it's all about increasing community engagement and interest in the sport. So they're doing that by visiting schools, partnering with cities, and hosting that tournament, which will happen tomorrow at Grand Park. It's an annual event with 24 teams competing there this year, and 10 years ago that was just 6 teams. Well, I spoke with their founder about how much it's changed over the years.
When we did the first event, maybe 200 people came. Now 1,000 plus at least will be there tomorrow at this event. So that has been the growth, and that has been the interest.
And there was interest from more than 30 teams, but they actually had to cap it at 24 so they could all fit on those fields in the tournament. Each team representing a different company. Many are from Indiana, and a couple are even from as far as Texas and California. They'll play tomorrow morning for a 36-inch trophy and bragging rights if they come out on top.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
I also talked with Crick Indy about why Hamilton County, right? Because they could have gone anywhere. Well, they actually started in Marion County, and as they expanded, they were like, we have to find a place where we can go. Grand Park has all those fields where they can go play this tournament with all those games being played at the same time on the same day.
So, of course, I've heard of cricket, but I feel like I think of Europe when I think of cricket.
Yeah, I think of like Prince Charles and Harry.
Playing
They're
cricket.
playing cricket.
Cricket. Wow, right here in the U.S., in
Yeah.
Indianapolis, in the area.
Yeah,
Grant
and maybe even a pro team here in Indiana one day.
Park. All right, thank you so much, Brandon Schaff reporting.
Before the cricket tomorrow, the Fever are in action tonight. They're hosting the Lynx from Minnesota at home here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and they're heading into this matchup down 4 players.
Sophie Cunningham, Arie McDonald, and Sydney Colson are all out for the season. Caitlin Clark out tonight, too. Her 14th straight game that she misses due to that groin injury we've been telling you about. Right now, the team has 9 more regular season games before the playoffs. Tip is at 7:30 tonight. Wishing our ladies good luck there. I know they're doing their best. Okay, let's chat weather because it's Friday. And
Friday.
Rob, it doesn't matter what you say, nothing's going to get us down.
There's a lot of energy in this show. I was telling Angela, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to,
Yeah, but to keep up.
to bring the energy.
Rob, please.
It's Friday night. The sun is shining. Your work day, your work week is winding down.
Winding down. And a lot of people are excited about this fall-like weather that's on the way.
Yes.
People are excited that it's going to cool down, that the heat and humidity is going away. The cool down is coming this weekend. The timing is a little bit subject to what our forecast is going to be on Saturday, and then we'll see some changes on the way. So let's show you what has been really the weather maker today, and it's these clouds that have been stubborn. We've been trying to see some peaks of sunshine. We have seen some, and that certainly helped out in some locations, but this has also kept our temperatures down a bit for the day from where they could have been otherwise. We'll see temperatures at 79. We did just barely make it to 80 for some spots, but most of you have stayed into the 70s. The humidity is down. The dew points have certainly come down a bit, and that's going to continue as we head into the weekend before another reinforcing shot of some drier air moves in. There's the map. It's all 70s for the most part right now. There may be a couple of isolated spots that have gotten warmer than that, but the larger picture will show you that at this point on this map, you don't necessarily see that big cool down moving our way. It is on the way, though. It does not arrive tonight, although it will certainly feel a little bit more like football weather. Temperatures into the 70s and cooling down. Watch for a little patchy fog for tonight. I don't think it's going to be as widespread as maybe what we were dealing with early this morning, but 63 for the low. And then tomorrow, we'll talk about that rain chance that may come along with that front that's going to bring some big changes to our forecast. On the traffic front, no pun intended there when I said front, because Saturday. I didn't mean to do that, but it did come out that way. There we go. A couple of accidents that have popped up on the board. By the way, there was another one here at 465 southbound. That one, we're watching some of the traffic cameras, but it's fallen off of the board here. Also, North Rural Street heading southbound. This is going to be right near East Michigan. The crossing, there's an accident there. Don't have a camera there, but I do have a camera at that 465 and 71st Street location where we have, of course, the ongoing construction. The traffic veers there a bit, and there are a couple of vehicles on the side of the road. Watch for that. If you're going to be heading in that location, you know that the traffic there is always a little bit slow. And then also on on 65, this is heading towards the North Split. Traffic is moving very nicely for this hour, actually surprising, although it is Friday, and on Friday it tends to be a little bit Friday light.
Friday-like. All right, thank you so much, Rob. Now to breaking news out of Western New York State, where multiple people are dead after a tour bus crash.
Very scary situation. Officials say this tour bus was coming from the Niagara Falls when the driver, for reasons unknown right now, lost control, then went into the median, overcorrected, and ended up in a ditch. There were about 50 people on the bus at the time of the accident. Right now, authorities say there are multiple fatalities, including children, entrapments, and injuries. Again, multiple people, we are told, are dead after this accident out of Western New York State. We're following this story, and we'll bring you more information as it comes into us through the wires and here on the newscast and all WTHR platforms. An Indianapolis mother charged in her 2-year-old son's shooting death went to court this morning, and our cameras were there as Kiara Bickett entered the courtroom. Prosecutors are asking the judge for a no-contact order for Bickett's daughter, who witnessed the shooting. The judge didn't rule on that issue today, and Bickett is out on bond tonight. She will be back in court September 5th for a decision on that no-contact order. Now, Javarius Bickett shot and killed himself back on June 19th. Court records say he found his mom's gun in her unzipped purse in her car. Kiara Bickett is now charged with neglect resulting in death. 13 News spoke with the child's grandmother yesterday. Her name is Melissa Etheridge, and she says this accident and the legal pursuit is breaking her family apart.
More grief. Now she not only has to cry about her son, she has to cry about her daughter. Her daughter is crying for her. They're crying for each other. And it's not fair. It's not fair. My granddaughter and her should not be going through this.
Bickett faces 20 to 40 years in prison if convicted, and her mother believes it's unfair on top of the grief from that horrible accident. And now to a second case in Indianapolis that's similar. Leonte Anderson faces the very same neglect charge, this in the shooting death of his 2-year-old daughter. Harmony. That happened back in July. Police believe Harmony found her dad's loaded gun on top of a shoe rack. 13 News talked to 2 women at the house. They told us that they didn't want to go on camera, but one of them did identify herself as the girl's grandmother, and she called it a sad situation. And she says she expects that Anderson will turn himself in soon.
More to come. The reasons one Menendez brother was denied parole as the other prepares for his judgment today.
Plus, raided by the FBI, the president's former advisor who now is being accused of handling classified information.
And we've been talking about this cool down, but tomorrow 83. It is the warmest day of the 7-day forecast. After this, it's all downhill from there.